Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Action on the minutes.
Motion to accept.
Seconded.
Motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor? Vote. Did you get those? Adjustments to the agenda?
I have nothing, sir.
Public comment? Lois?
Have you heard any more on the mill project?
The only thing on the mill is they did forward us that there's an invite so that folks can do a walkthrough. We posted that on Facebook, if I remember correctly, the link to their walkthrough thing. So other than that,
Is it still a go?
it's still a go as far as I know. They're still getting their funding and doing all that stuff. So
Anything else?
I still don't know, but I am.
you should go to the tour. It sounds like it'd be interesting.
Anybody else? Public comment? Going. Business items. 5.1, review approved mass gathering application submitted by Oxford County Agricultural Society for the fair event in September. You got anything on that? Just what's-
Just what you're seeing what's in your packet. If you guys are agreeable to it, then approve.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Motion to accept, approve,
Second, approved.
second. All those in favor? Vote. 5.2, Oxford Trail Riders ATV Club. Jordan?
Yes. So for those that don't know me, my name is Jordan Emery. I'm the vice president of the Oxford Trail Riders ATV Club. I just wanted to say on behalf of the Oxford Trail Riders, I first want to thank you for your continued support. With your approval this year, we were able to apply for a state municipal grant. If you remember, we talked about that in January, February. We did receive that. $37,000 is going directly back into the trails in Oxford. And that's because of you all, so thank you for your support there. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys and the town's support, and we're extremely grateful, so. Our main goal this year was to expand access to members, but also to the citizens of Oxford and surrounding communities. In reviewing our current system, we identified a large gap running from one side of Oxford to the other. Closing that gap would make a huge difference for our riders and for the town as a whole. So tonight, I'd like to request the select board's approval for the club to formally reach out to the Maine DOT and apply for ATV access along Route 121 from the intersection of Skeetfield Road and King Street over to Pleasant Street and Allen Hill Road. That section is 0.6 miles. In August of 2016, the select board had given approval for road access from King Street end of Rabbit Valley Road to the American Legion. Our goal now is to include that in addition to the state application so that we can properly sign that with the approved Maine DOT signs. This stretch of Pleasant Street currently has a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit and a very wide shoulder, so that makes it a great candidate for safe ATV access. We've also had a local business step up, and they offered to purchase all of our signage from the DOT, which would save the club about $1,200. So that shows just how much support this project has within the community. There's no denying the economic impact that ATV riders bring to the town, whether it's local restaurants, gas stations, or even local farm stands selling the best blueberry cake around. With this access, riders from the Allen Hill side of Oxford could connect to the other side and vice versa. This will not only improve access for our riders, but also increase revenue for many local businesses. In fact, I've already reached out to Robinson's Marina to see if they'd be interested in selling their ethanol-free gas to the riders, which is right along that route. In short, the 0.6 mile connection has big potential impacts, helping connect our town's trails, supporting local businesses, and making Oxford an even more desirable riding destination. Thank you for considering this request and for your ongoing partnership with the club. From the police department brainstorming ways to alleviate complaints, to working with the code enforcement officer to allow porta potties on our trail systems, to the people working the front desks that have allowed us to put our club signage out and promote the club. From Public Works coming up with ways to prevent complaints, to the transfer station letting us dispose of our trash that we picked up at our annual roadside cleanup around Oxford. And then Kayla at the rec department for always taking on my endless texts and being so responsive and supportive. Last but certainly not least, Adam for being so responsive. I attend many meetings across the state for ATV clubs, and I've heard stories of other towns' relationships with their clubs or lack thereof, and I have to say the relationship that we have with you all has been nothing but supportive, and we sincerely can't thank you enough. So, thank you.
From the board.
So your permission is actually asking to go from where to where?
So it's the end of Speedfield Road, which we currently already have access. If you read the past minutes, we currently have access from there to the intersection of where King Street comes out onto Pleasant Street, kind of near the rec center. So we really are asking for permission from the end of that King Street near the rec center to go to Allen Hill, which is 0.6 miles. And I just want to make sure that it's okay that we can use the previously approved piece and go to the DOT and sign that appropriately, because we'd love to get from Rabbit Valley Road up to the casino, because that's the only place with lodging. So that would be huge for us to sign that appropriately.
So we can't formally give them permission. We give them permission to go to DOT.
Yes, they're the
And then
ones.
State road, and then DOT will either.
I mean, that was gonna be my thing as a state road.
Yep, so I can't go to DOT without you guys saying that it's okay. Because it will be null and void. They want to know that the town agrees upon it first.
Do you have any issues with that, Rick?
I don't. Problems we've been having with very few, and it hasn't been club members either.
I'll make a motion for it.
Motion approved, second discussion. My only question is the school there. Are you looking to limit hours of ATVs through there before and after school as buses and pickups are happening, or?
Yeah, we haven't talked about limiting it, but we will do whatever you want, honestly, whatever you guys want to get that access to there. Honestly, during the weekday, we don't get a lot of traffic. It's mostly on the weekends. We don't get much during the week. That's not to say people won't, you know what I
Parents aren't
mean?
gonna start showing up in their sidewalks.
I mean,
Why not?
they could.
Just don't want it to be.
It's a legit concern, there's a lot of traffic there, yeah, in the afternoon.
Cars are parked on the side of the road.
You could limit those hours on your signs too.
I most definitely could. Now, I can put that out there, but will everyone follow it? You know what I mean? But I'm most definitely willing to put up anything, whatever. And I can put even recommended speed limits. I know from doing it, a lot of cars get upset when we go 15 because they want us to keep up with the traffic, because it's just kind of a nuisance. People are supposed to pull over and let the cars pass, but not everyone does that. I think it's such a short piece of road there, 0.6 miles, and there's pretty wide shoulders. People could stay in that, if there's no cars parked there, they could stay in that right lane or left lane.
Your letter talks about it being 35-mile-an-hour speeds.
It's 25, yes.
Some of it 35, or is it all 25?
It's all
It's all
20.
25.
And it's less during school hours,
Yes,
during the.
15.
You just gotta,
limit they have to follow?
they have to follow the speed limit or be under it, actually. You can really set, you can dictate this.
It's a gray area. We've worked with Ricky and Zach that whatever we post as a club as the speed limit is what they'll enforce. I don't know if they can legally ticket someone for that because ATVs don't have a speed limit in Maine. Like New Hampshire has a speed limit for ATVs and they can summons you for it.
We can
But-
do reckless
But
conduct
they
driving
can,
to an angle.
exactly. And that's what they said that they would do.
So they can ride the normal lane like a vehicle and not have to be on the side?
No, they're on the side.
The reason I asked, I was going north on 26, I turned on the Ski Field Road, followed it all the way to the end, and I'm following two were sidebars, and there's a four-wheeler in front of it.
Mhm.
And they're all cranking at about 38 miles an hour. Then we get to the trail at the end by the baseball field. This one pulls off, this one pulls off, and this one stops right in front of me. I almost rammed it. This was on Monday. And he just sat there in the road. You know, and I lay on the horn, he just sits there and turns around and looks at me, and there's cars everywhere. So it just seems reckless to see them going that fast on a paved road. It would not take much to turn, and
The highest signs you have is 25.
25 is our highest. If we get complaints, we mark it down to 15 in hopes that if we put it at 15, they'll go maybe 20 to 25. If we put it at 25, they're 35, 40. So
and it's,
that's our
you know,
hope.
living on King Street, there's certain ones that go up 40, 45 all the time. You know, I don't know who they are, but.
Right. And the police department has been more than happy to help our problem areas. And we have trail cameras too that we've been putting out and signs that say trail camera in use. And that kind of smartens people up a little bit so they know that, hey, we are watching. Because we don't want to lose what we've worked so hard for.
Ability to, if we give you permission to reach out to DOT, DOT gives you permission, does the town have the ability to revoke that permission or restrict it if it becomes a problem? Or does DOT have to do that?
I think we told DOT that we are revoking, giving them permission, I would assume that they would work with us on that.
Exactly. Yeah.
My only concern is that one corner that somebody brought up that I noticed, they brought up last meeting when you pull out of King Street. There's the guardrail right there.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with the ATVs really. That is, now that.
It's just a bad intersection.
That is a little bit, as it's growing in, is a little bit of an issue. For people turning left on King Street, but that really doesn't have much to do with the ATV. Other than I'm a neighbor to road access to the trails, and I honestly have had no issues. ATVs go by our property quite a bit, and I mean, 99% of them have been great.
For the most part, that's what we find, 99%. And then there's that 1% that, they're popping wheelies and stuff. And
Anything else from the board? We got a motion a second. Further discussion, all those in favor? Vote.
thank you. I appreciate it.
presentation.
Thank you.
Foreclosed property discussion, 5.3.
All right, I'll give you the ones over here. So account number 9, which is map 1, lot 1-H on the Burns Road, it's land only. The last owner of record was Herman Brown. We've foreclosed on this particular piece of land for failure to pay taxes. What we'd like to do is move forward. We have a sale process now outlined by the state that we have to follow if we want to dispose of a piece of foreclosed property. So I am asking the board for permission to proceed with listing it with a listing agent and following the state process to try and sell
Motion. Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion. Questions, comments?
Can I ask what the process is to get to this point of how they've been contacted and so forth, is my own call.
So the process from lien to tax acquired is an 18-month process. So you have your 30-day notice, and pending lien will be happening. After that, then you receive the notice that there is a lien. You get to, it's 9 months after that, you have to send a 30 to 45-day notice of that you would be going into foreclosure. Then we get the notice.
it. That's 45, yeah.
40 to 45. what it says. So you send out that, then it goes in foreclosure. Once it becomes tax acquired, they get the notice of tax acquired, and then they have another 3 months to come in and pay that off, and we would file a quitclaim deed. So everything has to go out certified mail. In this particular case, some of it was picked up by the owner. The address is still correct. The owner is aware of what's going on with it. And the last 2 notices, he did not accept the pickup, but he is aware of the status of the property and
So they've been contacted at least 3 times
more.
by mail
Yeah.
and then follow up, so.
Do we have other property in the same state, in the same situation, or is it just this one, or how do we decide which ones we're foreclosing on?
All of them, every piece of property that gets to this point comes in front of you. So we have 2 that are currently listed with our broker. This one, if you approve, would be listed, and then we have another one that will be coming up in like another 30 days.
And the broker is,
Monica Roberta.
You sort of the other two.
Yeah.
And just so you guys are familiar with the sale price, we have to list them, and when we list them, we have to attempt to sell them at fair market value. And what we get for revenue now, the way the state law is that we can cover our costs and expenses and so forth, and then the remaining funds go to the last owner of record. So, meaning, like, we go to this gentleman here, so. Can't keep all of it.
and we don't know if there's any other liens on it. Meaning, when we sell, we had this conversation last meeting, when we sell the property, there could be other liens on it.
That's up to the buyer.
That's not our property.
Buyer beware.
In this particular case, it's not my duty or job, but as far as with the Oxford County Registry of Deeds, there are no other liens that are listed with this piece of property. And I believe that information has been provided to you.
How do we get that money to them, Adam, if they're just, the last owner record is just
So if we'll make attempts to write them a check, for instance, and if we can't get them the check and they don't claim it in a certain amount of time, it goes to unclaimed property of the state.
Other comments, questions? Motion a second, all in favor? Let's vote. Five point four, abatement 32, Chastity Charter for account 1270, the amount of $422.54. The assessing agent is here. Anybody has any questions?
So she just got billed twice, is that correct?
Yeah.
So we're just refunding the fact that he got,
For abating the extra weight.
Refunding and not collecting.
yeah, not collecting it. Seconded.
Further discussion? All those in favor? Vote. 5.5, abatement 33, Jeremy Gagnon, amount of $72. Error in the system.
Motion to abate.
Second.
Motion is second, discussion. All those in favor? Vote. 5.6, budget committee appointment. We have the town manager, we have how many openings? 2 currently, and potentially 3, because we have 3.
It's 3, right, Kathleen?
Yes, there.
Yeah, it's 3.
And the budget committee doesn't meet until
March.
March. We have 1 application.
Motion to approve application for, Sharon Jackson for vice chair.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it for discussion.
Seconded for discussion.
Yes, sir.
Discussion.
I think you'll find that a few years back, a person was voted off the board and he applied for this. And it was said then that the person was voted off, people probably wouldn't want him on the budget committee. And I think this might be the same person that come up with it. And I know who the one was who applied for the budget committee. It was me.
So,
Little history.
I would say Sharon wasn't voted off the board, she just wasn't reelected. There's several candidates, so.
oh no, I think, to clarify what Floyd said, because I think, not that you said it wrong, but I think it was interpreted wrong. Floyd was serving on the board, and he was not elected to the board. While he was off the board, he applied for the budget committee. And the current board would not put him on the budget committee, and one of the reasons that was stated was he just came off the select board, he should have to sit out for a period of time. It might have been a year, I don't remember if there was a number, there are minutes of those meetings, to support that's how it went.
I mean, I'm not saying she didn't qualify to be on the board, I think she is, but I'm also
Sure.
returning the favor.
Sure.
So, and I can elaborate, because I was on the board, and I was the one member of the board that supported putting Floyd on the budget committee, and the other members declined. For that reason, that he was on the select board, and thought he needed to be off for, I think it was a year, but you'd have to look that up and see if it's in there, so. I'm indifferent, I want to fill the budget committee,
It is a ways off.
short
too.
of not putting somebody on or putting somebody on, we do have time. If we wanted to table this and see what else we get for applications.
So, if I may, and, you know, obviously I was put on the budget committee last year. It seemed as though when I put my application in, it maybe taken a couple months or whatever, right? And here nor there, but personally, have we advertised the two openings at all or anything?
I think it
I have
was,
not yet, other than I have just a general posting of what we have.
What's
for-
open?
Yeah, but I haven't actively.
I mean, we don't really start meeting on that until, what, February, March?
very much.
March.
I mean, we've got a little window.
I mean, I'm not partial either way, but I'd like to see it advertised and just see what we get for candidates, just like any other opening or whatever. I know, I don't recall last year when I chose to put an application in, seeing any advertisements or positions open. As far as that, I kind of inquired on my own, right? But I think maybe we can kind of see what candidates we get if we put it out there, that we have some openings.
So, I can agree with that, we could potentially table this, but we have a vote, we have a motion in a second, we have to act on it first, unless somebody wants to rescind their motion and their second, I believe.
I think you just move the question, vote it up or down.
Okay. I'm good with that, unless somebody wants to make a different motion to.
Good with what, the vote now, is that what you're saying?
We can always vote. If the feeling is to not approve it, we can table it for, retain her application for leader and hope she's still interested down the road.
I would prefer to see it advertised as with all positions, especially this early in advance of having to make any decisions. Because we're still, what, 6 months away, 5 months away?
Okay. So,
Only my
motion in a
preference.
second. All those in favor of appointing Sharon Jackson to the budget committee at this time? 1. Opposed? 3. I'll entertain a motion to, well, we don't have to.
You don't need to move motion to retain it.
You wanna make a motion to
Well, I don't know if you have to or not, but
keep the application
I
on?
would. I'd like to make a
Have a
motion
second.
to retain the application and
Wait a second,
Second.
any discussion? All those in favor? Let's vote. Town manager contact, Ms. Jackson.
I will do so.
Thank you.
Bring him back in probably January.
Sounds good.
Transfer station fee discussion.
You wanna grab onto that, Ed?
Yep, you guys got the packet that I suggest in front of you.
Yep, it should be in there. 5.7.
One, two, four.
We had town meeting in June, we appropriated our money for our transfer station in July first, made waste energy comes in with a new fee. So it was $200 a ton now to do a demo. And that's the only thing we haul with it, we don't haul anything else, so as far as the Freon and all that, it's not that, but I set up a new thing because of the mattresses and box springs, it's $30 a piece to get rid of now. We're charging 12. I know that we don't wanna see them on the side of the road or even something wrong or nothing, but I need $17 a virgin mattress, because we live in that building. As you can see, the couch for the highway beds, I figured the new fee with the couch and then the bed would be $20, it'd be $30 instead of, 10. They all went up on our tires, and they went to 176, so I went to 195, just enough to cover the trucking costs and the fees from the broker that breaks out. Then I went to the demo, I went to 260, so it's 13 cents a pound instead of 10 cents a pound.
What's it cost us, Ed?
It costs us $200 a ton, and I get rid of it.
Do you have any idea how many ton we moved through that?
We were 400 and some ton last year, right?
It's on the budget sheet, I can pull
Yeah,
that.
that's fine, I can look it up too, I was just curious.
You know, it's a lot.
so these prices changed after they had given us a bid before the town meeting, correct?
This, they come out with, it's July 1st, so we had our town meeting in June. So they changed prices July 1st, I don't understand why they don't come ahead of you and say, hey, this is what's proposed, no, this is what they charge.
Okay, so this is different pricing now than what we were presented at the town meeting prior, correct?
Right. So you're gonna see, the budget go boom, because it's more money. Yes, if you're rid of it.
Am I mistaken? Did we have a bid this year?
But this is for
That
the,
was 20. That was the other trash.
this is demo, not the trash.
Correct.
$235 a pull is what 207 waste is charging us.
Yeah.
To haul it.
That's for
And
the
then,
comp,
then you're hauling it to main waste energy, which I did have another bid, but they voted that down.
Right, so maybe I'm wrong, but wasn't there a bid with the demo that we could throw mattresses in as well and not be charged for it?
That was the Grimmel's bid that the select board voted out, because it wasn't presented the way it was when it was voted on. When it was put up to bid.
And
Which we could go back to Grimmel's, but we got a 207 waste contract we signed for 2 years to haul it, you won't haul to Lisbon.
And what was that a ton? You
Now,
recall? No
we're
big
going to
deal.
Grimmel's, $98 a ton, and no mattresses. If you went in just with a load of mattresses, $130 a ton. I mean, it was a big savings, it's like $60,000 difference.
So,
I don't know, I just want to say,
well, I remember there was something there, I just couldn't recall, but now I guess I'm even more confused why we wouldn't have gone that route.
We're tied into a hauling contract already.
Well,
And
now,
we'll only haul it
Right,
one place, not the place that gave us the cheaper bid.
yeah,
Take
no,
the stuff.
Because of delays or whatever, right? Wasn't there?
Yeah, there's
massive
delays.
over there and.
That's all I guess, I mean, this is what I propose for fees, and this should cover us and at least cover the trucking costs and whatnot, but, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of townspeople very upset. I mean, I have them fighting $12 for a mattress, and you go anyplace else, and you look on their thing, and it's $30, I really do. Any size mattress or box is $30. Some of the places do sizes, you know, every size is different money.
So the moral of the story is if we don't increase fees, the budget's gonna go up anyway, so one way or another, we're all paying for it.
I just think that the people that use these services, these here, should pay the difference.
Right.
You know, if they bring 6 mattresses in, why should the town,
They shouldn't.
you know, they should be paying for it?
The other factor with mattresses, we're also charged weight on top of the $30 fee. So, say you go to Norway with a queen mattress, you pay $30 plus the weight of the mattress, which the average mattress is 120 to 150 pounds. So you're paying about $55 to $60 to get rid of one mattress.
And that's the same when we go to Albany now, because it's in our demo, they go across the scales and they
That's
count the
straight up
mattresses.
cost, yeah.
Right,
That's not
So we're getting
anything
weight,
off.
we're getting bang weight too.
waiting in that.
And Ed, I think we should be charging what it costs us at a minimum. So if you have anything on there now that isn't what it costs us, we should set that price now, and I think you're 100% right, including some for the trucking. It's a service we're providing, and as a contractor, to drive over to you rather than Auburn, there's the value.
Right.
The value is not going over to Auburn, or not going to Lisbon or Lewiston as a contractor to dump it, or even as a household. Now, we could argue that we're gonna end up with some trash on the side of the road, which very well could happen, but I would say, 1980 called, and it just doesn't happen as much, meaning there's a lot more houses, per mile in this town than there ever has been. There's a lot more people watching and seeing what's going on. I think we see less of that than we have in the past, so. Me personally, I think you're right, let the user pay for it. We don't need to make a killing on it, but I think it needs to support itself.
So you're saying the mattresses box is what, for 30?
Yeah.
That's what it costs us.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I have for, another just insight? So, we have our municipal permits. Part of that municipal permit allows you to go to the transfer station, recycling center. To get that permit, you either have to be a resident or a taxpayer. So we do have, situations where there are residents of Norway and Paris, but they own land here. They get a permit because they're a taxpayer, and, they will tell you that it's cheaper at the Oxford transfer station than it is Norway, Paris, and they will come. And I'm sure they see those, and their passes look different. It's a pass with their name and their property address versus, because they haven't registered their vehicle, so versus having their vehicle registration on that.
I've questioned people because I see their mail label drop off and I see Norway Paris, so I ask.
We projected the budget with increased fees on how much we're gonna be over, because we'll be over.
Yeah, we're gonna be over. I haven't done my list. I figured with that new deal that we didn't do, that
How
was
much did it go up?
Went up, from 175 to 200, so went up $25 a ton.
What did you just say about 60 grand?
That was with that other contract with the Grimo, which cost us almost $60,000 difference. If we could just buy out 207's contract, I don't know how we'd sell it, three dumpsters sold me the other day, so that's $700. Over $700, you may just haul 3 dumpsters.
If I may, I think if, maybe we need to look at acting on this, and then if we're gonna start talking about contracts, maybe that's something that needs some further attention at another time.
So, I guess, have we done a motion yet?
No.
Anyone?
Sorry.
Well, are we gonna change the,
You tell me what you want for prices.
Well, see, this is.
What else on here
You
haven't
asked
you
for a
got up
price.
to snuff?
I'm not in a position to tell you what price.
No, but I mean, like the mattress and box spring, it cost necessarily, I had it on there for 20, because I thought the town would eat 10 of it, but we're eating 17 of it right now.
So even at 30, we're
30,
still,
we're
we're still
breaking-
eating the
Well,
weight,
no, there's a weight, yes.
right? So you said roughly 100+ pound piece,
I did a search and it was 120 to 180 between a king and a queen, depending on what type of mattress, how thick, what padding, all that.
So what are you proposing altering on this sheet?
Hang on one sec, if I could. What's the price for a mattress now? 15?
Well, we're charging 12,
12?
but it's costing us 30, plus weight.
So if you go up to 260 from the two, like he suggested, I think that $60, it's two to get rid of it. And there's a little buffer there to take care of that weight without the weight actually going in on top of the 30.
So the weight's really covered with that.
Technically, yes. Again, if they get wet or something, obviously they're gonna.
So what about the toilets and sinks, $10? Where are we with that?
That should be good.
Furniture, couch, love seat, stuffed chair, $10.
That went up $5 from the last time,
Couches with bed, you're good with 30.
yes.
Tires, good?
Good.
Tires by the ton, good, tractor, skidder, all that's good. Carpet, vinyl siding, 13 cents demo, we're good.
That's where we're going up, we're going from
Yep.
200 to 260.
15, anything with Freon's good.
Yep.
Everything else is good, at $10 for computers, $5 for propane tanks. Recycle trash, what is recycle trash?
In other words, they pulled out their recycling. You have like Dunn Stamp that comes in, and they just pick up
Gotcha.
trash, so it's all recycled, we're charging.
Okay, large loads. So we changed the mattress or box spring to $30
From 20.
from 20.
Everything else is the same.
Everything else stays the same, is that what?
I'm happy with that.
Make a motion to accept the new transfer station prices with the mattress or box spring weight, plus weight amended to $30.
Active September 1st.
Yes, effective September 1st.
Second.
Motion is second.
What about the height of it if you're bringing them in, just 30, is that
The
40?
the only comment I'm gonna make,
$100,
and it's important because it's gonna be you that needs to agree.
$30.
Because we've done this.
Yep.
Not that long ago. And then you came back to us and wanted to lower the prices back down. On, I don't remember which things it was, but you,
All the demo.
you three at
There was
the
one
transfer
$40
station are gonna take the bulk of the grief. Some will come here.
Yep.
It is what it is. It costs money to get rid of this stuff. And so that's all I have. Anybody else?
And they're essentially setting it what they're charging us.
All those in favor?
Cost for trucking.
So,
Thank you.
Before may I make one comment as well? And let's make sure that it's collectively, this is a team effort. This was a decision, you brought the suggestion, the board has concurred. We're doing this together. This isn't anybody against anybody. It's a collective effort. I hope the board would agree with that as well.
Does there have to be a notice given
Cost
or can
money.
it go immediate?
We give them September 1st.
Lois, real quick.
I was told that even as a taxpayer, I couldn't take my trash into office. Now, is that
Couldn't
true?
tell you. I don't know if anybody else knows.
I mean,
You can.
yeah, you can pay to dispose of.
You can.
You just have to pay for it, it's by weight. I
Right,
think.
that's where we took our
You
bond.
weigh your vehicle and then dump it and then weigh your vehicle again.
Right.
Mid-main waste.
Yeah, I did it for like 2-3 years, and then they said, no, we're not doing it anymore for Oxford. Because maybe if we can do it, if you pointed out that it's gonna be cheaper, not to have to handle it 3 different times, we could send them, they could go to Oxford by choice if they're aware that, I go to Audit, if they're aware that it's possible.
Get that, Ed?
A lot of people won't do it.
No, that's what they
Burn it.
convenience.
Well, if it keeps going up, somebody might pay for it.
6.1, department.
Burn it now.
Okay.
Or issue a permit.
Ed,
Give a real quick once over, basically how things are going down at the transfer station, and I know we were just down there together, but
Everything's fine except my wall, which you guys see. We'll deal with that when it comes up on the next time around or whatever. As far as employees, excellent. Derek does a hell of a job, he keeps the place clean. I think everything's running really fine, we had DEP in there and they give me a clean bill of health, 100%, not one efficiency, and they say they don't see that very often. So, I try to run a tight ship if I can. With the chipper guy's down there right now, he'll be there for another 3 or 4 more days, clean that brush. we're gonna grind the leaves now, because I can't bring them to you if you're a select board member now. I can't give them to you anymore. So we're grinding them. We'll see what happens with that, but trying to make some compost.
Questions?
Either, I guess, Ed, I guess, but your time in, how's the swap shop going? Is that,
Swap shop's going excellent. A lot of stuff going out of there every day.
Yeah.
People bring it in and you can see the dooryard's cleaned again. Usually, every day there's somebody bringing something and it's going away. I mean, we have two people who come in and fill the car 2 or 3 times a day. And they put it on their front lawn for you. I don't understand it, but that's, you see it on all the Facebook posts. It's on their lawn for free. It's gone. We didn't have to pay to get rid of it. That's what I look at.
Right.
And, you know, and as far as revenues, as far as the recycling, everything's down. I'm just holding on. We have plenty of room to store it. Hopefully the prices go up. But I'm not gonna ship it for $75 a ton when it was 125 last month. I'm set on it. Trying to make the town some money.
Just to add to the shop, you get a lot of people come in, obviously, and they got this piece of furniture, a chair. They don't wanna pay demo, so they try to pawn it off there, and once in a while, you'll get something that's very, very nice, and they put it there, and it's gone almost immediately. But other people, they'll actually pay the demo fee, but it doesn't go in demo, they leave it there, and it still gets taken. So there's been a lot of positive feedback with that as far as that. A lot of stuff that's kept out of the waste stream. So.
Anything else? Town manager report.
Sure. So just a couple quick things. One that's actually not on there is TLEA reached out and they're extending invite to anybody on the board or the manager if they wish to attend sometime between the 9th and the 12th. They'll confirm once they have the date confirmed. They're doing milfoil inspection of the lake and general condition inspection of the lake, and they're just inviting if anybody's interested and wants to tag along, they can do so. It's from Brian Bond is the one that reached out. That's actually a nice gesture. I thanked him for that. And then winter sand, the RFP is out. It's due on the 16th of this month at 10 a.m., 3,500 yards. Also, the road construction continues obviously on Rabbit Valley Road. I've been in regular communication with the engineer, Rob Prue from Pine Tree. I've also taken a handful of drives. I try and drive through the site at least once a week just to make sure things are flowing through. Sometimes I'll jump in with Ricky and we'll take a ride. I think delays are not horrible. I think things are going pretty smoothly. The contractor did run into some unexpected ledge, so there has been a change order that needed to be done. That change order has been taken care of, which is $12,000 change order. But just to keep things in perspective, the bid was for 1.4 million. This brings us to 1.6 million when I'm rounding here, and we're still well within the budget. So the total grant award was 1.6 million. Excuse me. So we're still well within the budget. So things are progressing along there. Also, the Welchville Dam and the grade controls. He went out with the engineer, Dave Cludier. I think I mentioned that in the last meeting that we went out and he saw a few deficiencies. So he has since reached out to the contractor, and that's Pratt & Son. Pratt & Son was pretty immediate. They came right out and took care of those items and get everything up to spec the way it's supposed to be. And now we're standing by to continue with the water study, and things seem to be good. So Pratt & Son's been good to work with through that whole process. That's what I got for you.
Questions from the board? Selectmen items. Number 8.
I'm good.
Good. I'm good. Good. Town warrants.
These are the abatements and the mass gathering as well that we go around.
Expect mine on the table, but I didn't eat it.
Yes. You want good, December 1st.
See you later.
Thank you.
Oh, we would. I just want to make sure everybody knows. Every time. I'll probably do this on this.
Quite a few things I gotta
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk in the door.
Yeah. I believe so. I've been rolling my business like lately, every time I go through once a week. This place is changing.
So when we get stuff in the order, what the hell do you think you do? It's cheaper in Auburn than it is you.
Same price.
I know it's the same place, but it's
It's the
not.
same price.
Oh,
I just went with Auburn's prices.
I get that, but if you take it in,
Their trash is a different fee of ours. We take our trash, it's only like $80-some. If we have a car, you take it in, it costs you more than that.
that was the problem. So they only charge them what you do.
They can't do that no more. They have to charge you whatever their rate is. You can come to Oxford, this is what you work.
That makes no sense either.
Trash is trash.
Guess you open it.
I see that. There was this. Email.
Did you transfer it?
Wait for. Back again? You want, somebody will call and say.
I'm turning my phone off.
You better turn it off right now.
We're working on it, code.
On vacation. Don't accept my call.
No, intentional.
I know something else I want to bring up.
Oh, what?
Campers out like.
Oh, they adjourned?
He got kicked out of it.
Yeah.
Doing
Adam, can we get on the next meeting about the snow pusher, put it out to bid? Thank you. The old snow pusher.
Article 10, executive session.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah, everybody involved.
By the schools, like, I don't want to see
There's one by the
any.
school now,
Is it?
the one that we removed from.
Motion to an executive session, labor contract session pursuant to RSA Title I, Chapter 13, Section 40560.
You say that again? Second discussion. All in favor?
Sure.
Alright, man, have a good night.
See you guys, have a good night. Have a good night.
Thanks, Ricky.
I almost